20 amazing places to visit before they disappear. In the world of today, a lot of people enjoy going for excursions and adventurous journeys. People regularly travel either for exploration or to unexplore. Who will not like traveling? I bet the answer will be no one, if the question has to be asked for a whole nation. Many of these wonderful sites are already at the brink of being wiped out from planet Earth. Some people prefer visiting those areas which are being threatened or those that are doomed for destruction. At first, threats to the environment used to be just erosion and climate change. But today, we have other threats to environments like global warming, war, and man-made activities. Creating an impact to one's life is really a necessity at some point. Therefore, saying that if you got the opportunity to relax and around see these places, travel and create the impact. It is not a bad idea after all. Some of the places we'll be looking at are some of those places at the brink of disappearing. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up because today we will be sharing 20 amazing places to visit before they disappear. Number 1. The Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef is found in Australia. It is one of the largest coral reefs in the world. The reef has many variations of fish, approximately 1,500 species. It has 2,900 individual reef systems, each unique. The reef also has 900 tropical islands and 2,300 kilometers of it is fast fading. So when saying that this is the most amazing place in the world, it doesn't really sound very wrong. It is well known that many ecosystems cannot handle changes in climate conditions, and as such, slight changes greatly affect these areas negatively. More than half of the Great Barrier Reef has disappeared in the past decade. It was said that the dominant cause of the disappearance was caused by coral bleaching. 50% of this place has been lost to coral bleaching and global warming in the past 27 years. Some of the interesting places to visit in the Great Barrier Reef include Green Island, the hard reef consisting of a whole lot of heart-shaped corals; Hayman Island, Heron Island, 24 hectares of corals; Mitch Mounds Cay, with fantastic marine life, and the Agincourt Reef. Number 2. Alaska. Looking at Alaska in photos and movies, it appears totally different from what you get to see if you visit the area yourself. Alaska has glaciers which are greatly losing ice. This place can be described as a short-lived due to the fact that the village is fast disappearing. Rising sea levels greatly influence the disappearance of this area. Action of global warming on Arctic is really terrible, and that is why Alaska is at risk, at the verge of being wiped off the face of the planet. Number 3. Dead Sea, Jordan. The Dead Sea is one of the best known bodies of water on Earth. Technically speaking, the sea has no outlet where it empties its contents. During the process of swoosh and back swoosh, it leaves salt behind. This average salt left is 9.6 times salty as the ocean. The sea's density appears to be 124 kg per liter, making it very easy for people to swim. Swimming is similar to floating. The sea is divided into two parts, and that is the deep northern basin and the shallow southern basin, and the sea levels are greatly decreasing each passing year. If not because water is being dumped into the southern basin, that part of the sea would have long dried off. The sea dropped from 389 meters below the mean sea level in 1970 to about 476 meters below sea level in 2012. In the past 40 years, no doubt the sea has lost a lot. All this loss is due to decline in the ecosystem and groundwater table. Number 4. Ancient Petra. Ancient Petra is also known as the Rose City. It is called Rose City because of the color of the stone from which it was caved. It is one of the historical cities in southern Jordan. The city is surrounded by mountains. It is the most precious cultural heritage, and it is said to be a World UNESCO Heritage Site since 1985. When too many people occupy the interior of this building, it leaves the building at risk because the sandstone walls greatly diminish. Humidity levels increase during such activities and causes harm to the building, and as such, the law and the people guarding the interior doors have set out on closing the interior doors in 2001. This act was aimed at saving the building from being completely destroyed. Here, the destructive activities include a lot of tourist activities in the area, too much sunlight, climate change, as well as the rock type. Number 5. Mosques of Timbuktu. The Mosque of Timbuktu is found in Mali. It is entirely made of mud. It dates to the 14th century time to the 16th century. Since the walls are made of mud, probability that the building can fast diminish is very high. When people visit the area, many get to touch and feel the walls with their hands, Some rub their bodies against the walls. I guess that act is not healthy for the building. Also, rising temperatures greatly have an impact on the mosques. Another factor is increasing rainfalls wiping off part of the building. It is therefore advisable to rush fill the area before you wake up one day to discover that your dream place of visit is gone completely. Number 6. The Alps of Europe. The Alps of Europe is another interesting adventurous place you will not like to miss. It has lower altitude than other mountains. Where are the hikers and the winter sports fans? This is a place you will enjoy with regards to sports. One thing about the Alps of Europe is the fact that it's greatly affected by climate change. 3% of it disappears every year. Disappearance is also due to sporting activities taking place there. Environmentalists say that by 2050, there will be no glacial ice left here. Why not grab the opportunity to check out this place before it's gone? Number 7. Havana. People say Havana is the key to New World. How true that is depends solely on you. This place was once as important to colonial masters as food is important to us today, but presently it is at great risk of vanishing. It was founded by the Spanish in the 16th century, and of course it is a stopping point for all in Spain. 1 million tourists visit the area each year. There is a quest of demolishing the historic building. Demand for land and as well as cultural activities are the ones putting Havana at risk. Number 8. Bordeaux. Bordeaux is located in France. It has existed for the past 80 years now. Grapes here are used in the production of wine. It covers a wide area of land and has been so productive. For the past years, however, there has been a drastic change in the yields. This happening is because of sudden changes. Climate change has been a prime factor and a barrier to its growth. An extreme weather event is not healthy enough for grape production and thus has greatly affected wine production. It is said that in the next half a century, Bordeaux might be no more. Therefore, why not plan a trip to Bordeaux to see the grapes? Number 9. The Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China has existed for close to 2,000 years now. It was created since the 17th century BC. It was almost well used in 1368 and 1644, and it is one of the greatest sites in China. A wall that was normally about 21,000 kilometers in length has been greatly reduced to just 9,000 kilometers now. This wall was built with the aim of protecting China from their enemies, as at the time, enemy invasion was rampant. The walls are said to be degrading at a high rate because tourists visiting the Great Wall of China tend to break few pieces of the wall to keep as evidence that they were there. Some even go as far as removing bricks from the wall to sell for construction purposes. The removal of bricks from these walls causes a lot of damage to it, and if such practice is not stopped, in no time will the wall be completely taken off. Another cause of its future disappearance is erosion. Number 10. The Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal was built by the Mughal Empire in India in 1632. It was built as a tomb for wife. In a year, about 8 million people visit Taj Mahal. It is an iconic building, and as such, air pollution gradually turns the walls yellow. The burning of waste just around the building causes discoloration. Huge number of tourist influx also is a cause of destruction. The wood supporting the structure is gradually decaying as well. It is predicted that in less than 4 years, the architectural wonder may be completely gone. Why not rush and check things out yourself? Number 11. The Everglades. It is found in the United States in Florida. It is called Everglades because early explorers viewed and saw large fields of grass. Ever is from the word forever, and glades is an Old English word meaning a grassy open place. It is the largest subtropical wetland ecosystem in West America. It is the largest mangrove ecosystem in the Western Hemisphere. It is often referred to as a swamp, but looking at it in reality, it is a giant slow-moving river. It has different animal species. Nearly 8 million Floridians rely on the Everglades. The vast sun-drenched provides comfortable homes for many alligators, many orchids, manatee and black bears. The waters in this area that used to be very clear have now become dark. It is the most threatened area in the US. Instead of being the Everglades, it is now becoming the known for Everglades. Urban development has also greatly influenced the change. Number 12. Venice. Venice is a very beautiful city inside out. When the city was founded, sea levels were 6 feet below than how it is today. The city has sunk 9 inches already. Floating increased from 10 in 1900 to 100 today. Hundreds of buildings in Venice have been damaged already, and surely the city itself will not be left out. As well, we hope that Venice stands till we get the opportunity to go there. Many people oppose and not help the hope in others. On the other hand, tourists promote visits to the area since they believe that in no time Venice will be gone. Their strategy to improve yearly visits have greatly worked, as there used to be 0.1 million visits in a year, but presently we have 1.8 million people visiting Venice in a year. Why not also rush and enjoy the sight while it lasts? Number 13. Glacier National Park. The park is predominantly glaciated. It covers about 1,583 square miles. It is really a rocky area with rocky mountains. It has spectacular lakes and alpine mountains. Science and predictions have warned that signature glaciers may disappear by this 2030. It had 150 glaciers in total, but today we can find just 25 of them, which may be completely disappearing by 2030. Very rare kinds of animals can be seen here, that is the elk, grizzly bears, and mountain goats. Number 14. The Amazon Rainforest. The Amazon rainforest was found in South America. It is the largest tropical rainforest in the whole wide world. It covers about 14 billion acres. It is very big and half of it falls into Brazil. The remaining part of it spreads in Ecuador, Peru, Colombia, Suriname, Bolivia and Venezuela. This tropical rainforest has 20% of different species of birds in the world. It is assumed that it will disappear in the next 50 years. Deforestation is a prime factor in this future prediction. Global warming too is another factor. Number 15. Komodo Island in Indonesia. Shout out to all the water sports lovers out there. Here is a wonderful water sports area for you. The sea here has the best diving spot ever. It is famous hosting the Komodo dragon, the largest lizard on earth. It is known for having spectacular coral reefs. It contains fish of all sizes, fish of all beauty, and of course fish of all colors and shapes. The coral here is really not harmed though, but environmentalists complain that the high growth of acidification and rising temperatures can kill the whole reef. It can cause the reef to lose its awesome beauty and also its natural diversity. Number 16. The Maldives. This is one wonderful and awesome place I will recommend to all honeymoon lovers. I bet you it is a treat. It comprises of colorful fishes, white beaches. It also has crystal blue waters. You do not feel the same when you are around the blue waters. I bet you this wonder will not last for eternity. It is being quickly engulfed by the waters of the Indian Ocean. Predictions say that in the next 100 years, the area will be completely submerged. Some very important and beautiful places to see here include Male having colorful buildings, and it is the most ancient of all, Banana Reef having considerable amounts of sharks. Number 17. The Galapagos Islands. The islands host too many tourists each year, and that alone is putting it at risk. This island has very unique native species, and there is an intrusion of foreign species. These foreign species that do not belong here are a threat to the ecosystem. The islands are known for their famously fearless wildlife, so anytime you visit the island, your fun and the adventure is sure not going to be disturbed even for a second. There are many reasons that say why you should visit this island, some of which are you will gain knowledge. The main aim coming here should not only get to be to relax and have fun, but you will also know about the unique habitats of the island. You will also understand that it is an all-round year destination. You just need to take into account what state you would like to meet the animals, and then you choose your comfortable season to visit the island. Another reason to visit the island is the nature of wildlife here, the fact that it is one in a lifetime experience. All the animal species have almost incredible characteristics. It was the Galapagos Island that helped Charles Darwin to be able to understand and comprehend the human origin. It is amazing to hear that there is a homogeneous range of plants. What really threatens the island is overpop and very busy airports. Number 18. Egyptian Pyramids. Egypt is one great country with most historical pictures. The pyramids of Giza and the Sphinx are at the verge of going down. They were shaped in that manner because they believed that they would be a representative of the sun rays. That is why most of the pyramids were faced with highly reflective and polished white limestone, so they will have a very brilliant appearance when viewed from a distance. Erosion is one process that is damaging the pyramids. Pollution and sewage weakens the plates on which they stand on and as such destroying the structure. Pyramids may collapse at any given point in time, so why not rush to see it? Number 19. Congo Basin. The Congo Basin is found in Africa and it is the world's second largest rainforest. It is one of the most biodiverse areas in the African continent. It has about 10,000 different plant species, 400 mammals and over 1,000 bird species. Some of the forest's famous residents include the okapi, leopards, elephants, gorillas and chimpanzees. Deforestation is actually what is taking down the rainforest. the development of infrastructure to open the forest zones, together with the aim of constructing secondary agricultural roads, commercial farming are the main causes of deforestation in the rainforest. Even with the biodiversity nature of the rainforest, it is actually going to vanish. As earlier seen, deforestation is fast taking over the sea, and also global warming is another fact. The United Nations predicts that by 2040, it will no longer be there. Number 20. Seychelles, found in Africa. Seychelles, I would say, is actually a dream destination for all, but with the ongoing trend, it can be described as a far-fetched dream. It is referred to as a paradise on earth by most people. It is blessed with deep blue waters and very beautiful white sandy beaches with amazing sea life. It falls between India and East Africa, and it has the least population amongst the independent African countries. Going for vacations to visit the Seychelles is actually going to be a lot of fun. It has corals present and rising water levels, gradually causing the sinking of the islands, killing the corals in the process, and also breaking landscape. It also has a bizarre type and set of flora and fauna with giant tortoises in them. The place is one wonderful place to visit and enjoy its nature because obviously it is not going to last long. Most visits to Seychelles are trouble-free. They are free of poisonous snakes and scorpions. The animal which is considered a threat in this area is a 10 cm centipede, which is even rare to find. The best proposed time to visit here is between April to May and also between September to October. Nature has a whole lot to offer, and we are the ones to enjoy and make sure of the offer nature gives. Going on vacations to one of the above mentioned places may help improve the longevity of the areas as well as keep you updated on what was and may not be after a while. I will say live the moment and enjoy the moment while it lasts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more amazing content.